Hello everyone, welcome to Clantus Podcast. My name is Clantus and I'm a South African and welcome to my YouTube channel. I know guys, this year I haven't not been consistent on this particular channel, even though I do get emails from a whole lot of you guys. If I have not responded to you guys, there are a lot going on in my life in the background that I'm trying to take care of, but we are not about that. Let's talk about what is happening in Minnesota, Minneapolis. I hope I pronounced that correctly. With the Somali community, I was telling some Americans that I communicate with via email sometimes whenever my WhatsApp is willing to work. I always said to them, South Africa and Black Americans, which are your FBAs, we are twinses. We are twinses. Because what you guys are experiencing in the United States, it's a spitting image of what we Black South Africans are going through currently in our own country. What am I talking about? Right now, Black Americans have been targeted by the Somali community in Minnesota. I mean, there's even a plan of removing an FBA out of a Congress seat. I'm talking National Congress seat, so that they replace that person with a Somali congressman or congresswoman. I guess this time around, it's that Oma lady, who is very vitriol from what I have been observing about her. And it's clear that she doesn't have the interest of America at heart. She has the interest of Somalis in America. Yes, she was born in the United States from what she says, and she says she's not deportable because of 14th Amendment of your Constitution in the United States. Okay, possibly, but then there are those little sprinkles on the side that are supporting and amplifying this movement of a takeover of Minneapolis. And I'm telling you, it's not just going to be Minnesota. This is going to spread like cancer, because that's exactly what we are going through here in South Africa. And here are the similarities that I've come across that Somalis in South Africa, by the way, are doing the exact thing they are doing in Minnesota. They have grown significantly in South Africa. So much so that they even have their own community. And they call that Little Mogadishu. Is it Mogadishu? Or whatever it is.
After thousands of Somalis fled their war-torn country, they came here to the City of Gold in search of peace and stability. And it's here in Mayfair, a suburb of Johannesburg, that we find Little Mogadishu, home to thousands of Somalis who have the most diverse types of businesses.
But only them are allowed in there. They have their own businesses there, and no one else is allowed to come and patronize them, basically purchase anything. It's all between them and the rand, which is our currency, revolves just around them type of situation. And in recent months, there are we call them petrol tankers. I guess in the US you will call them fuel tankers or gas tankers. They come empty, but they are not empty. There are human beings inside of there, all the way from Somalia. To get to South Africa from Somalia, from Somalia to South Africa, or South Africa to Somalia, it's about a 4-5 hour flight. That's how far. And these people travel by a fuel tanker to South Africa.
There is a tanker, a truck that was intercepted in Zambia that was filled with Somali immigrants. So human beings had hidden themselves inside the tanker. This is a fuel tanker that was destined for South Africa.
Clearly, when they land here, they become illegal foreigners. The very thing that South Africans are fighting against. And when we were doing this, some Americans, unfortunately Black Americans, they accused us of xenophobia. And I think South Africa is known as xenophobic to some Americans in the United States. And now things are kind of like, showing some light that, oh, South Africans were actually right because I'm seeing a lot of saying, you guys were right. Yeah, South Africans will never lie on anybody. We don't play that game of lying to anybody. We will tell it like it is. Whether you like it or not, tough. You are going to grow. That's how we are as South Africans. So now that they've grown into this humongous community, I think it was last year, yeah, it was in 2024, where they had the audacity, the gumption, and the chutzpah to come onto our national television and demanded representation.
Somalian women in Gqeberha in the Eastern Cape have expressed their frustrations over what they deem a disservice from the Department of Home Affairs. They handed over a memorandum to a Home Affairs official earlier today. The women demand representation for the Somalian community at Home Affairs and a family joining process for their children, among others.
We want our rights, and they understand the rights we have as refugees in this country, but they are not giving us the correct documentation, and they're hiring people who can't even speak proper English to translate for people who can't speak English. So we're having that miscommunication going on. We told them about it for years, but they don't want to help us. So we came here today to hand in a memorandum that contains all the problems that we are facing, because these people can't speak English. We've asked them several times to hire Somali English speakers to translate at that point.
If you don't know what representation means, it means, well, we are basically a population in South Africa. And since we are a population in South Africa, we feel we have a right to the South African political body. Meaning, we want to run for councillorship or local government. We want to become councillors in our communities. 2, we want to also have representatives in our provincial legislatures in the United States. That will be your state Congress. They want to have representation there. And they also want to have representation in Parliament. In the United States context, that will be Congress. That's what they are demanding. But they started at the small scale. They were very strategic in this demand of theirs. Your home security, ours is Home Affairs, if I'm not mixing the departments, where citizenship or immigration itself, it is conducted. We call it Home Affairs. They demanded that all Home Affairs in South Africa must have a Somali or 2, so that they can serve Somalis when they come to Home Affairs to do their papers, so that they can be legally in South Africa. And they lied and say South Africans don't know how to speak English, as if they can. And they said, well, they struggle with English because South Africans can't speak English, and so we want to put our people, meaning Somalis, in Home Affairs. Clearly, this whole plan was a plan of corruption. How they were going to manipulate the system and bring more Somalis to South Africa so that there would be what we are seeing now as a ethnic cleansing, because they want to get rid of the black population in South Africa. Drive us out, goodness knows to where to. But the thing is with South Africans, we got this eye right here. We were like, that's not going to happen. Not on our watch you are going to do that. Now, our constitution, it is referred to as one of the best and most progressive constitutions in the world, because our preamble of the constitution says South Africa belongs to all who live in it. Oh man, when I say they take this and drive it to town, they take it and drive it to town, because they disregard the fact that when the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa was put together, it was for South African citizens, because we come from a very difficult past, our form of Jim Crow, which is apartheid. So all those injustices of the past were being remedied by the Constitution, but clearly it also opened up for interpretation, and hence illegal foreigners are using this lacuna or this ambiguity in some parts of our constitution to their advantage. So much so that they've done, or they're doing to us what they're doing to Minneapolis by saying this is a promised land that were promised to them 3,000 years ago. They're talking about South Africa. They're talking about South Africa. Some even went as far as saying Black South Africans did not build South Africa. And we're like, are you out of your mind? Show us a gravesite of your forefathers that fought against the English invasion and the Dutch invasion, apartheid, and you name it. Show us. That's when the lights go off, because you can tell these people are frauds. They have fraudulent mindsets, and now they are showing Minnesota some flames. Oh, they are showing Minnesota's some flames. And others even tried, I kid you not, earlier this year, they tried to register a political party, a radical Muslim political party. I think it was called, it's like almost like ISIS-like, Islamic State of Africa, I think that the party was going to be called. And of course, our constitution says that when you register a political party, number one, you need to get 1,000 signatures. And number two, South Africans have to be consulted about it. And so public opinions were open to us, and we all rejected it. We said no. And unfortunately for them, they were rejected from registering that political party. And it's now our eyes are wide open, very much wide open. And we are blocking them in every key and strategic political sphere of our country, especially our politics, because there is no way. And one thing about South Africans, we know each other. And I can tell you right now, I can tell a South African in the midst of Black people, whether in the United States or in the United Kingdom or wherever, and say, that boy there, that's a South African, and I can prove it to you. Because we can see each other. When some people don't understand, how can we tell this is a foreign national and this one is a South African? We're talking black here. It's like something about us that is distinctive from the rest of the Black Africans on the continent. I don't know what it is, but that's just how it is. And the other claim that they are making now, they are claiming some of our cities as their cities. They say, this is our city, and you are not allowed here. Imagine that. South Africans were like, you must have gone out of your mind. Political parties, for some reason, those are so detached from the reality of South Africans, they jumped on that bandwagon and called us xenophobic. We are going to the local government elections in 2026, and suddenly they changed their tune. Suddenly now they are with us. One political party that was pushing this agenda realized that they're not going to get a vote in 2026. So what did they decide to do? Not to run for the local government elections. And we said, we're going to meet you in 2029 as well for the national general elections, because we are not voting for you. We know who you are, what you stand for, and you stand against the people of South Africa. So that is exactly what is going on. And I'm observing all these similarities where Somalis tell us straight on our faces that they are not Black. They are not Africans.
We are Somalis, not Black. There, I said it.
And yet they are at the horn of African continent. They'll tell, even Ethiopians will tell you we're not Africans. So, well, we are not going to force people to identify as whatever. Do you, boo. That's just us South Africans. Do you. And we are not going to stand in your way as long as you're not going to stand on our way and coming up with these silly claims that you are making. It's clear that they come with gaslighting, and they will tell you we are the richest and the most innovative and most hardworking people in South Africa. And I'm like, are you taking over from Nigerians' claim? Because that's what they'll tell you. And the moment you open your mouth, they accuse you of being jealous. And yet I am in my country. I did not run away like a coward. And now I'm seeing all these videos that I forgot the channel that I got some of these clips, but this is the channel. Please do go and subscribe on that channel, bro. I took some of the clips from your channel, and please grow in bounds and leaps and all of that stuff. Yeah, that's what they're doing to us in South Africa. But we pushed back, and we continue to push back, because we're not only pushing back at Somalians, we're pushing back at the Ethiopians, we're pushing back at Nigerians, we are pushing back on all these other African brothers, so-called brothers and sisters, and none of them are contributing positively to our country. The Somalis, any money that they make in South Africa, it does not go towards our taxes or towards our economy. They take the money and it goes back to Somalia. And now the assumption is this money is funding terrorist groups in Somalia, like your Al-Shabaabs and Al-Qaeda and all these other terrorist groups in Somalia. This gentleman right here, I'm not quite sure why he's crying. He looks very young to me, and he can change Somalia if he wanted to. Why do you want to go back to the United States? You are in your country. Instead of saying, I want to go back, give me back my passport. No, fix the country. You are now there. This is an opportunity to fix it, not to run away like a coward.
أنا معهم لأن دبي أنت اللي وضو باسبوركي ولا قاطي وعلي ساوك جرا أنتو قفوا إمبسي لسؤال لكورو إلا كبغض لسؤال عند علي. I don't want to be here no more. I'm so tired of being here. This place. This is where I'm living. I'm so tired of it. It's just like I want to go back. I don't want to be here no more. I don't cut my hair. I don't shave. I don't do nothing. I just want to go back.
That, again, I will say, we are twinses, us and Black Americans. Black South Africans and Black twinses.
Somali says Black Americans don't know their fathers.
African Americans, they don't even know their fathers. They don't even know their fathers. It was all of them, most of them were the product of one night stand. One night stand. They will tell you, I don't know my father. Well, who named you? Whose name are you carrying? Well, my mother chose his name for me. You know, I don't know. Is that what we want for our ummah? No. كلهم أو معظمهم أبناء الزنا.
Because they also want to erase us, just like they want to erase Black Americans. And sooner or later, that entire Minnesota is going to be ruled by Sharia law. Sooner or later, it's going to spread across the United States. And they want to do the same thing here in South Africa. And they're starting with representation. We rejected that. We said that's not going to happen. This is our country. And this lady here, just to close the video, she clocked it. She, like, her words are exactly what is in my head. Hit it.
And the problem that these people don't understand is gratitude. Because basically it would be like you inviting someone over for dinner and then them complaining about the food and then refusing to leave, saying we're not going anywhere. It's so rude and gross. And you know what? Like, nobody cares about your cause. Everybody just wants you to leave because we're so sick of this entitled attitude to our taxpayer money. Again, you invite someone over and they're like, give me your paycheck. I'm not leaving. And by the way, your house is a mess. These people actually are crazy. But you know what? Just like everybody else, you're gonna get out. And someone like me can't wait.
Anyways, I don't know. What are your thoughts, guys? And let's have this conversation, because there's no way that our history, our culture, our religions, as well as our democratic dispensations will just be overtaken like that. When we fought so hard, Black Americans or foundational Black Americans fought tooth and nails to build the United States of America. But now they are being told that they did not build the United States. The United States was built by Somalians 3,000 years ago. How? How? Let them show you graves of their forefathers that were there 3,000 years ago. They will not be able to tell that. Clearly, this is a fraudulent mindset. Anyways, whatever you do, please do me a big, huge favor. Go to my PayPal and you can donate as much as you would like. I mean, I get asked this all the time and I forget to put in a comment in the description box. I will leave the link there. Highly appreciate it. Highly appreciate you guys very much. And let's save our countries, guys. Let's save it from people that want to claim what is not theirs.
I keep screaming this from every mountaintop I can. That's Hassan Ali, and this is Ilhan Omar. We know who Ilhan Omar. Hassan is the president or prime minister of Somalia. They had a roundtable meeting with nothing but Africans talking about getting in to American politics, but understanding that they are 100% Somalian and they will never change. Now, in this clip that I'm about to show, Mr. Ali, Hassan Ali, is talking and he's letting it be known that Ilhan Omar is there to take a Black American seat in Congress.
It is very important in Ilhan tayo, Somali tayo, meeshaas lagu jiro. Qofkii Soomaaliya oo aragtidiisu tahay nin madow ha qaato kursigaas ama qof cad ha qaato qof moral. Marka taas waa lagu dhiirigelinayaa sababtaan arrinkan ku soo celinaya Soomaalida oo u sheegay.
They are not here to be our friends. They are not here to fight for all Black people. They are here to fight for Somalians. That's it. Those are not my words. It's their words. It's their actions, right? So before y'all jump on here, look, just another jealous Black American. I'm not jealous of anything. We can't be beat. We're undefeated here. That's something y'all forgot. Mind you, this shit was on camera. So I want to know what y'all got to say about that.
A visitor that does not want to leave no more criticizes you in your own home. No, let's not allow that. Go home and fix it. Donald Trump was right. Go home and fix it. Well, all the other stuff that he said, calling you garbage and all that, that's unacceptable. But his last point, go home and fix it, that one I support. And that, we'll see each other in my next video. Goodbye.